Today's a pretty exciting day because this afternoon or this evening I'm about to intro Ember, my 7-month-old Brittany, to gunfire. Like I said, she's 7 months old now. She's had a few bird introductions before, but we haven't introduced gunfire. And what I'm going to start with is a 22 blank starter pistol. They're the really small crimps, so they let off just a nice little soft pop. That's what I'm going to start with. I haven't been banging any pots and pans, nothing like that over top of her, so this is going to be her first introduction with anything related to birds to gunfire. And that's what we're trying to make the connection with here, is that birds equal gunfire. The gunfire is the mark for you're doing the right thing, you're having fun, birds are fun. So I'm going to bring her in on a check cord. I have my wife here to help me, and I'm going to actually plant a bird in a bird launcher, but I'm not going to launch the bird out of the launcher because she hasn't been introduced to the launcher, and I don't want that to hinder her introduction to the bird with the gunfire. So we don't want to spook her with the launcher. That will come at a later date. So I'm going to plant the bird in the launcher so she can't go in and grab the bird. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out next to her while she's on the check cord. We're going to just make sure she doesn't dive in there and try and take it out or anything. And I'm going to circle around and I'm going to toss a bird up in the air. We're going to let go of the check cord, and hopefully she takes a full running blast off after the bird as it's flying away. And from there, we're going to fire the 22 blank. And if she has any type of reaction, we'll call it a night. If not, then we'll do it again. And we'll come back in a couple days and try and shoot a gun from a little bit of a distance and just keep working our way up. So this is the start of Ember's upland hunting career tonight. So it should be pretty fun. Ready to go hunting? Where's that bird? You want to go hunting? Want to go hunting? Yeah. Yeah, where's that bird? Where's that bird? Ready? Let's go hunting. Come on, let's go. Where's the bird? Find the bird. Come on. Hi. Hi.
Where is
it's right
oh,
there.
Oh.
Where's the bird? Ember. Whoa. Here, come here. Good girl. Okay, now when I tell you to, go ahead and
just let go.
Let her go. Yep, or when I throw the bird up, just whoop, whoop. Let her go.
Now we have 17?
Yep.
I didn't think she was going to have any type of reaction to that.
Good girl. Good girl. Where's that bird? Where's that bird? Where's that bird?
She's looking for it.
Where's the bird? Come on, where's the bird? Whoa. Good girl. Whoa. Perfect. Ember, here! Here! Come on, Ember, here! Good Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Overall, that went pretty darn well, I think. She paid absolutely no attention to the shot. We were able to get a couple birds under her belt. She watched them fly away, chased after them, really excited, really enthusiastic about it. Really not a whole lot for pointing, but that's all right. That will come. We'll start popping birds. We'll start launching them out in front of her. These quail that I got are really good, strong flying birds, so I was happy to see that. From the pen that I made, getting them up, getting them flying every day has really paid off. The birds flew really well. I actually put one bird on the ground. The last one that she bumped off, she went in, she tried to nudge it, and it bumped out in front of her, and she didn't get a gunshot as a reward. So that was really encouraging right there as well. So from here on out, we'll focus on trying to point, do a couple more sessions of firing that over her, and eventually we'll work our way up to a low load gun. So I'm pretty pumped. Yeah. Did you have fun looking for birds tonight, huh? It's now been a week since I've been out here with Ember to start her gun intro process, and we're back out here this evening now to pick up where we left off. And tonight we're gonna try and pop some birds around her, and I'm not gonna necessarily do any gunfire to start with. Last week her pointing was a little bit unsure. Scenting conditions were pretty poor. It was dry, it was a little bit warm, and there wasn't much of a breeze. Tonight it's a little bit cooler. It's low to mid 70s this evening. There's a little bit of a nice steady breeze going on out here. So what I'm going to do is try and set her up to pop some birds in front of her. I mentioned last week I wasn't gonna, or I was putting birds out in the launcher, but I wasn't gonna pop them in front of her because I didn't want the launcher to hinder anything. So I spent some time over the last week having the launcher out and around the yard, bringing her around it, and just setting it off, getting her used to it, that noise, that action of it. So this evening we're gonna try and bring her in, downwind of the scent cone. As soon as she starts making game on the scent, we're gonna pop that bird, let it fly off. She'll chase after it. We'll recall her back, and we're gonna keep doing that over and over a few times, see if we can get her to start to point a little bit better. And then at that point, when she starts to point a little bit more, then I'll try to introduce some gunfire. And what I'm gonna do this evening is start out by carrying my 410 with me. I'm not gonna shoot any rounds out of that to start. So if she does point, it will be just with the 22 blank again, but I want to have the gun on my shoulder at least to have it in the play, in the equation, so she starts to, just see that the gun is an enemy. She gets used to it being around us a little bit. And then if things go well, we might introduce the shot of the 410 to her, and even if things go great, we might even shoot a bird over her. So we're just going to have to see how things go. We're just going to have fun. There's no agenda, no timeline to any of this stuff. So if things don't work out tonight, then they don't work out. She's still a pup. I can't expect to come out here and have her point like she's a national champion. So this is just the start of all this process. So we're going to have a good time. It's a nice evening here. And yeah, let's launch some birds. Let the dog have a good time. So I planted the bird out in that direction. The wind is coming from my left to the right out that way. The dogs are back over here. So I'm going to start out by bringing the dog in out past the bird, and I'm going to let her go back around the outside. And once we get downwind, that's when I'm going to release her and let her work upwind into the bird, see what she does. Whoa. Yeah, let's go. Ooh, she actually went on point here. So she's on point, right on top of the launcher. I'm gonna throw a bird here for her, and then we're just gonna reward her with some gunshot out of the 22 blank. So that went really, really good actually. She came into the scent, she pointed the bird, and she was pointing on scent. She was right on top of the launcher, but we're not gonna grade her on that. I didn't wanna launch the bird right in front of her face like that. So I just threw one up. She went chasing after it. We shot again. That was really, really good. Good to see. Everything went great there. So I'm gonna go back out, got the dog tied up now. We're gonna reset the launcher and see if we can get her to point it again. Good girl. Get that bird. Yeah, get that bird. Get that bird. Get that bird. So that went really, really good too. Brought her in on a launcher. She pointed it from a few feet off, got in the scent cone. She hit a really, really good point on it. I launched the bird out of the launcher as I was coming up to it. She stayed steady. She broke as soon as the bird flushed up out of there. I shot with the gun. She paid no attention to it. This is just a little 410 over under. And off she went after the bird. And yeah, it was perfect. It was really, really good actually. The bird took off, it landed. She flushed it up again trying to get it. And she chased after it once it flushed up again, and it settled down again eventually and landed, and she came up to it. She searched for it a little bit, and then she caught scent, and she pointed it again as I was coming up, and I had another bird in my bird pouch. This little thing right here, this little game bird pouch, that is awesome to carry around with because you can keep multiple birds on you for situations like this, because she went on point again, and I wanted to reward her for that point. And I grabbed a bird up out of the bag. She stayed on point, threw it up. She chased off after it, and I shot again. So, yeah, overall, just really, really happy with what's going on. She's pointing good. No question whatsoever did she pay any attention to the gunshot. So, really, really exciting times. So again, what I'm doing in here is this is just really, really open stuff, and the breeze is shooting right down this lane. So I'm trying to set the dog up for success here, and that's a really important thing to keep in mind, is setting the dog up for success. So I'm picking areas that are light in grass, that scent is going to come through easy, and that she can pick up on it really easy, and it's not too thick, it's not too hard for her to get wind of the bird, and that's really about it. Just picking the right spot to set the bird and picking the right spot to set the dog up for success. So I'm going to set it down right in between these two clumps. It's nice and open right here. Should get good wind drifts, and we're going to bring the dog in downwind, and she should be able to pick up and make game on that really fairly easily. Good girl. Dead bird! So again, that all went really, really well. I obviously can't hit anything with this 410 yet because I ain't practiced much with it, and it definitely shows. But she's still having a good time chasing down after birds after the gunshot. No rush on anything right now. She's having a good time. I'm having fun, and that's what it's all about right now with a young dog. Just having fun, and that's really all I can say about it. Is just having fun, having a good time, letting the dog have fun. Everybody's supposed to be having a good time out here. There's no yelling. If the dog even makes a mistake, there's no point in getting mad at the dog. And that's one of the biggest takeaways I've learned from doing this with my past dog, is the dog's gonna make mistakes, and it's up to, you know, especially as an amateur trainer, it's up to myself or whoever's training to be able to recognize the mistakes that's happening with you as a handler and also your dogs, and how to react to those situations besides just getting frustrated, besides getting mad. And I think that's probably the biggest takeaway I've taken from past experiences, and I'm trying to apply to this one, is you're gonna make mistakes, the dog's gonna make mistakes. That's just what happens, and there's no point in getting frustrated or mad about any of it. You just either hang it up, or you come up with a new game plan to attack at it again, and you just move on. It's just all about having fun, man. So that's what we're doing. No pressure on the pup right now. Just having a good time, getting her to point some birds, shooting over her a little bit, and nothing too serious, just having fun. So I'm gonna let the other dog off the chain now, let them both come out and run around, and who knows, there's still quite a few liberated birds around here, so my other dog might find one, or she might find another one. We'll see.